Hi, I'm Anitra from the Crafty Musician blog. I post weekly videos right here on YouTube helping musicians establish a fan base and make more money with music. Today, we're going to talk about some hot topics and trends that we all need to be aware of as independent musicians. The first thing is this alarming article that I saw on Digital Music News. I don't know if you saw it, so let's get into it.
If you want to learn more DIY hacks for your music career, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to be personally notified every time we upload a new video.
Nearly 90% of U.S. independent venues face permanent shutdown following COVID-19. So basically, the venues will not be opening back up. It says 90%. Okay, this is a survey that was conducted by the National Independent Venue Association. Okay, they asked 2,000 of their members what they thought about opening back up after the virus is out of the picture. And 90% reported that they possibly may not be opening their doors. They might be closing for good. Okay, so if you're looking at the numbers here, we're talking about 2,000 venues. I know that's not all the venues in the world, but if you can look at this as just a sampling, we're talking about 2,000 venues. And out of those 2,000, only 200 of those venues are confident that they're going to open back up. So that's alarming because when we go back to work, when we start going back to work, there's not going to be as many venues to choose from. And secondly, the venues might not be paying as much. I don't know if they were paying a lot in the first place, but that is the writing on the wall, and we as independent musicians, we need to be prepared. Let's read some more. So 90% of whom indicated that they will close permanently in a few months without federal funding. And it was specifically noted that the current PPP, that's the Payment Protection Program, that will not solve the crisis. The organization stated that any plan to reopen venues with partial capacity is not economically feasible. So a lot of our state governments are mandating that if venues and restaurants do open, they have to be at a percentage of capacity, not 100%, right? So they're saying 25%, 50% capacity. That's not economically feasible because these venues are built to where, you're standing side by side, you're raising your hands, you're having a good time at these concerts. And if you have to say, okay, only half of the people can come in, if you're a venue, how can you recoup your overhead costs, much less how can you make any type of profit on top of paying your musicians who come in? Hopefully you do as a venue, by the way, but that's not what this is about. This article is about them possibly not even opening in the first place. Here's the thing. We need to be prepared as independent musicians. And this is something that I've come to grips with in my experience as an independent musician, is that I cannot rely on one type of revenue stream. I cannot, especially not the venues, because venues are here today and gone tomorrow. In addition, you can lose your contact at one venue and that person can leave or whatnot and have someone else come in and they don't know you from Adam. So they're going to bring in a new roster of musicians and bam, you're out the water, right? So we need to be prepared and have a variety of income streams coming in to where we don't have all of our eggs in one basket and we're not just relying on one type of revenue to pay the bills. Okay, so, and secondly, venues are notoriously not good at paying musicians in the first place, and if they do pay musicians, they want to give you like a very small percentage of the bar, and you have to make up your money in merchandise sales and things like that. So what we need to do is establish a business model that can incorporate making money at venues and live shows, but also other ways of earning income as well. Maybe we can look into other options like passive income, and I posted a video about that a while back. 5 passive income strategies for musicians to implement, but you can also look at scaling up your live streaming or any of your subscription services, looking at your merchandise and how you can create like a demand around your merchandise and getting creative with that, in addition to looking at other ways you can earn money with music, such as guitar instructions, voice lessons, or just creating services for other musicians. These are things that we need to be thinking about, and if we don't have these systems in place now is the time to go ahead and start making those decisions and getting that stuff in place. If you're an independent musician and you perform at local venues, hotels, bars, restaurants, lounges, you might not be looking at as many opportunities as you had beforehand. So we need to be prepared and look at other options like I referred to earlier in terms of earning money as a musician. And the thing is, guys, is that we are entrepreneurs. We're more than just musicians and artists. We're entrepreneurs. If we can create music, we can create avenues in which to earn money. We just have to be able to focus our attention on those things. So let's look at the writing on the wall and let's make plans accordingly. If you need help creating a business plan, I have a free worksheet for you, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. And also, don't forget to take a look at my video I posted a while back about the 5 passive income strategies you can use to start earning more money. And go ahead and start setting those passive income strategies up now if you haven't already, because things are not looking good.
Head on over to thecraftedmusician.com for more tips and tricks to level up your music career. Talk to you soon.